on some of the things Mr. Wilson had to say. Just playing around here a little bit on the internet, in 2016 they found about 2% of the faculty of Harvard were viewed President Trump, I think, as okay or good. And I think in the 2020 election, the Crimson, your local paper there, found 1% of the students voting for Donald Trump, which given that nationwide is about 50-50, was kind of shocking. Does it concern you at all that you apparently have a great deal, a lack of ideological diversity at Harvard, and do you think that atmosphere is maybe one of the reasons why there seems to be such an outbreak of anti-Semitism at your institution?
Is that question for me?
That's the question for you, yeah. And I'll ask you, what are you going to do about it? Do you think it's a concern?
So we strive to have as diverse a faculty as we can, because we want to make sure that we are sampling from the broadest pool of talent available in the world. That's how we ensure academic excellence.
From what I read here, maybe they're making stuff up, but I don't think they're making it up. We said 2% of your faculty viewed Donald Trump as something other poor in 2016, and after 4 years of working for diversity, 1% voted for him. Now, I know all sorts of good people who don't like President Trump, but I'm just saying, when you compare the way people think at your campus compared to America as a whole, if there's one thing you are, it's not diverse, right? Well, do you consider that a problem, or the numbers I gave you?
So, Congressman, I can't speak to the specific data that you are referring to. What I can say is that at Harvard, we try to create as much space as possible for a wide range of views and perspectives, because we believe that allows for a thriving academic community.
How in the world is that even possible? And that you're trying to do that? Do you really feel that your faculty are ideologically diverse? You came out of a political science background at Stanford?
At Stanford, as an undergraduate, as an economics major, and then for my PhD, it was a PhD in political science.
Political science, that's what I thought. Did you experience what you would say, given America's divided now 50-50, about 50-50, or was it 75-25 or 90-10 regarding to more a constitutional conservative perspective or more of a left-wing perspective? What is your experience both at Harvard and Stanford?
So here's what I can say on the topic that you're exploring. And it's, we want the most brilliant, talented faculty to come to Harvard and to build their careers there.
They're only giving me 5. You're not going to answer the question. They only give me 5 minutes. Is it common at Harvard to ask faculty to submit a diversity statement?
That's a practice that varies across schools at Harvard.
So sometimes you do? Well,
in some cases, there are schools that ask for that.
Okay. Could a scientist ever get cut from consideration from a job because they had the wrong view of diversity?
What I would say is that we aim to draw to our faculty the broadest pool of talent.
When you hear that, and this is not the way I wanted this to go, but when you hear that 1% of your faculty voted for a presidential candidate who got about 50% of the vote nationwide, does that concern you, or do you feel you're not as diverse as you should be?
What I'm focused on is making sure that we're bringing the most academically talented faculty to our campus, and that they are effective in the classroom.
I'll give you one more question because I want to go to the gal from Penn. Has Harvard ever made a faculty job contingent on a strong diversity statement?
We look at everything a faculty member will bring to our campus. Academic brilliance and excitement and ability to teach a campus community and student community.
Now I want to go to Miss Magill. I have a friend whose son goes to the University of Pennsylvania. Right now he is physically afraid to go to the library at night. Okay, just unbelievable. Could you, I just can't even conceive that's going on in the United States of America. But that's what she tells me. She doesn't make it up. Could you give us your reasons as to why that is true at Pennsylvania, why today a Jewish student is afraid to walk to the library at night.
Congressman, let me start by saying I'm devastated to hear that, and the safety and security of our campus and our students in particular is my top concern. I would, if you would be willing, I would like to talk to your constituent and their Penn student. I'm very troubled by what you're reporting. It's our top priority to keep our students safe and secure.